Danganronpa.
Blaming Kinsey for your awkwardness, huh? Okay then, yeah.
Danganronpa.
Oh, don't worry. Kinsey saying hiya has nothing to do with the fact that she's the cause of all my awkwardness. That's just the way she is. Chapter 6. Here we are. This piano music, like the Guardian music from Breath of the Wild, just sets you up to experience crazy things. But, you know, the only thing that's crazy is the fact that Makoto survived this fall. We have to find a way to open this door. So the last thing that happened, Makoto almost died but didn't, and then Kyoko shows up and says,
Hey. What you doing?
and now we're here. And Makoto took this entire, like, satellite dish and stuffed it in his pocket. I wonder what everyone else is doing upstairs. Probably J-O-ing. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it.
It can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door. What the? Didn't I just click on this door? Oh, but okay. You know, whatever. Whatever. Hey, Kyoko. We can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. A 1, a 2, a 3.
And then, click. It opened. The world may
Indeed.
never know. Can't find an estimate for how long the final try is, so I'm going to compare YouTube videos to get a time frame. Thanks. Danny out here doing God's work. I don't think God's work involves finding how long the final trial is in Danganronpa to plan for a scheduled stream. But if that's God's work, I'm lucky I ain't God.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go.
Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. I love Star Wars. Finally. We are finally free, but there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief because the real fight had just begun. Oh, it's the end of chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Get it? It said 6 and it showed 6 characters. Isn't that funny? First thing I checked was Game Grumps because they're easiest to find. They're over 3 hours, but that's because they talk in goof and stuff, so don't take that for fact. Maybe not your God. Hey, you know what, Bells? Check the pinned messages in our Discord general chat before you say that crap about not doing God's work. The pinned messages in our general Discord. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Here we go. Are you talking about the one where I called you a god and we are all hapless mortals awestruck with your displays of absolute power, Danny? Is that the one? Thank you for pausing here. I had to check the thing. What? There's nothing on screen. She's wearing shorts. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into the darkness. The passages were so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. How nice of Makoto to go first. I had no idea we were so far down.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
Yeah, but I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. As they're sitting here climbing up, they slowly start to hear the theme of Snake Eater playing in the distance. It only grows louder as they continue climbing. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work?
How long?
So...
How long have we been here? Ever since I can remember. I came from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. I'm the avatar of detectives. After I die, the next detective will be born in the Fire Nation. There was a time when being a detective wasn't considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way.
Is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us.
Are you saying you're not an actual detective? Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So
Right.
clearly, you know, family traditions mean you have to be famous. That was the pin. I'm glad I got it.
Because we take pride in it.
Pride?
Indeed.
That means we put a rainbow flag on all the dead bodies we investigate. A detective is neither light nor shadow.
Yo, Sonic the Hedgehog reference?
We represent neither justice nor evil. This is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of reality.
Or society? I didn't read what it said. Separate from the rest of reality? Which is
Why, we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence.
a conscious
It's
effort.
true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because like I said, it's our source of pride.
Pride. So that explains it. Before I came here, when was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. I read that one correctly. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride.
I...
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
The reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far as to enter Hope's Peak.
It was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
I'm surprised Makoto was actually able to figure that out without me having to do a multiple choice questionnaire with a 2-minute timer.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father.
Makoto guessed it wrong. That's his fault. He didn't give me the questionnaire. I would have gotten it if it was multiple choices. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You've had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
Hello? Makoto? Clearly, they don't want to be together if they've been away for the entire time.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There's something I want to say to him, though.
What?
I...
Did you get that milk? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face.
What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him.
Sever?
Yeah, he's got ugly polka dot tie. The last time I saw him,
I'll stop making jokes.
I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented and had a promising
However-
future. But he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind.
I'm sure there was a reason for that. The voice does not fit the theme, the topic at hand. I'm sure your dad wanted you
Right.
to take you with him.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him.
Kyoko's very upset that her dad didn't want to be a detective, so he was like, I guess I'm not part of the Kirigiri family, and left on his own accord. Like, at what point do you decide what you're born into is what you're stuck with, or what you actually want to do?
If I'd gone with him, I would have never had the chance to become a detective.
I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. Couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional.
I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not
However-
true. But there's one thing that I can never forgive.
Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a
However-
good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me. Even to this
I-
day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me 10 years ago.
But your family, to just cut him out like that, Makoto, come on, please. I checked Maya's old video on her Danganronpa playthrough.
Wrong.
The final episode, which is just the last trial, is 2 hours 30 minutes. Okay. Insinuating that the voice has fit the topic at hand at any other point. I did not choose the voice. You keep forgetting that.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul?
Hey.
No. Is blood really enough to call someone family?
Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I don't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. It took 18 more minutes, but I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. After I don't know how long, probably 18 minutes, we finally reached the top. I'm browsing videos I haven't watched, just looking at the length. Everyone's around 2 hours 30 minutes, some around an hour and a half, some over 3. I'm not watching though. So 2.5 hours is the average. I'll be quick.
Indeed.
Looks like this is it.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're
That's
back.
right.
Oh wait, we're back.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out.
But it's gonna be locked.
I unlocked it earlier,
Oh,
so it should open without much trouble.
come on. Even now, even in the last, the penultimate, the second to last episode. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. Hatch opened with ease, and so... Hey, we're back. Looks like we're back.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted.
Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Good thing there's totally no cameras in this very room, with Monokuma staring directly at us, right? Add it to the compilation. That runtime's just the trial. I'll check an approximate time to get to the trial, as in how long you need to play to get there. I'll try to speed this up, just in case. Now that we're back in Hope's Peak Academy, Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you.
No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor.
Is that ball still there from when Leon tried to throw? No, doesn't look like it. Hatch. Hatch. This is how we got out of the garbage pit. I never would have imagined that's where this led. Thought the hatch directly above all the garbage disposal area didn't lead to a garbage pit. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might.
Listen.
You're worried?
Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then let's just get a concrete answer.
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping.
Wait, that's...
however,
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we find out, and it's not like we can run away.
As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now?
Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't,
because
because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared.
You keep saying that. I don't think I understand what you mean. You said something like that before. What does it mean? Two.
so
Mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's Ikusaba, the 60th death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down.
There
Right.
was?
We can talk to Monokuma. We can confirm it. It'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations.
What? Why? Still a little, no, super uneasy about this, but we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the
Shall we
gym.
go?
Let's get going.
What? Why is he in the gym? Is he giving everyone else their next motive? Hey everybody, I'm back. I know for a fact that nobody here is going to kill anyone else. So these never open then, huh? These just never open. I wonder if it'll open up at some point. Nope. You're an idiot for thinking that, Makoto. I'm gonna keep comparing to Maya's playlist for her playthrough since it looks like she played it at average time. You're on the equivalent to her third to last episode. Around 2 hours to get to the trial. You're 15 minutes in, so an hour and 45 minutes left if you don't go really slow for no reason like you play at a normal pace. Yeah, why would I ever do that? Let me check the nurse's office real quick first,
shall we
though.
go?
Oh, sorry. Right, Kyoko, you're right. Is there no more free time? Did they give me all those coins for nothing?
now.
Why didn't they just get him to say hey over and over again? Or why didn't they just write well now over, you know? Hi, Monica.
Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
Don't believe
But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here?
That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay?
You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help
What?
you?
So what if I did? What will you do?
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time, I won't leave anything to chance.
Right.
Kyoko?
Do whatever you feel you have to.
What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
if
If you execute Makoto, that means you'll lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
Huh? I lose?
Hey!
You explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to
in
kill
other
me.
words,
I was supposed to be chosen as a Blacken and then executed, right?
Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like
Right.
that. And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed,
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blacken and trying to execute him. Made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
however,
No expression. No sentence. Monokuma stunned.
But there was another unexpected development waiting for you, an entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery.
Alter ego. Kyoko, Jesus. You got a lot of words to say for someone that was silent for 90% of the game.
Never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed
am
it.
I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right?
And that means I lose?
The mastermind put the mic down, had to take a step back and fume. He put his microphone on mute so he could slam his desk over and over again. I'm halfway through my water bottle. 23 minutes.
You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well,
You can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't.
What?
The cameras? The anything?
What is this, a comedy routine? You make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
No matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And I hold the shovel that will uncover the buried truth. I am a knight to protect all innocent lives in the court of law. They call me the Shovel Knight.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was a killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire. But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
And peaks in our pants.
That's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed,
Not you, I'm trying to
Hey.
convince. If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
indeed,
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is
Listen to me.
exactly right. Despair can never kill hope.
What?
hey,
They're talking like these things are tangible.
Of course, you can say we're just making all this up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it, because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat.
They can't use the camera, stupid. They can walk into the room where they see the feed, but that doesn't mean they can grab a recording. They don't have, like, any DVD. They have DVDs, don't they? There's no DVD player? Excuse me, Kyoko's the blackened because she just murdered the fourth wall. No, everyone's watching.
If you want to earn our despair fair
That's what
and
we have to
square,
do.
then listen here, you silly bear. I'm gonna glare and eat my air. Then I suggest you take my advice.
So, what is this
It's
advice
true.
of yours?
Do Mukuro's trial all over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair
It's
trial.
time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Is this the final
Hey.
trial?
Huh? For a proper climax, wouldn't you say?
Climax. Fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word.
I accept your challenge. Interesting.
Barrett!
Why, Barry? Interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. What? Now, what you suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In
It doesn't
other
even make
words-
sense.
Does that mean you accept?
Guys!
We do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown.
He agreed? Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
Guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here.
All the mysteries?
That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do
I can
that,
barely contain myself!
that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for
It's
you.
I hate this.
That's what we've been trying to do all along.
Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
Guys!
then you win. Bear. But if you can't do all of that,
We'll all face execution, right?
I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
We're as excited as you are, I'm
Listen to
sure.
me.
And it's not just cold. When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair?
Honestly, can't believe how this all turned out.
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is
What's
held.
wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
Hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement?
You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that.
Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception, that it's part of the regulations, which would mean that whoever killed Mukuro...
It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But, okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. The only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
Well,
listen.
Are you telling the truth?
why Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden? He's looking it up. He's Googling the ending to Danganronpa 1 and seeing if this is the script.
Now
He got
I'm
it.
really angry.
I'm done talking. I've got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya?
Why so mad?
Seems emotionally unstable.
Hey.
Leave me alone. Get out of here.
Okay. You really gonna let me go?
I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair and stuffing.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's
Oh, okay. Sounded like Woody Woodpecker for a second. Those two characters are probably the hardest ones. And that was extended. Monokuma's unstable laughter, he's still going, seemed to cling to us as we walked away. Just like that, we were out of the gym. You put one foot in front of the other. I could barely believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Anyway, see you later. I have to thank Kyoko somehow. Oh, okay. We did it. We got them to say the entire motif of the series, hope versus despair. What? Me? I'm gonna buy you a biking camelback just for the Kyoko heavy streams. You're gonna say that was a honey of a climax in the bedroom from now on? Kinsey, what the what? What? Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is just ahead of us.
Yeah, true.
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal.
But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
They had no choice but to accept.
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let their guard down, like I said.
Why make me do the clicking
how.
if it's required and no extra
So,
dialogue comes from it?
because
So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right?
Yeah, they definitely said
Listen.
that.
And what do you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right?
Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
Don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull
However-
off, and yet somehow the mastermind was able to do
In
it.
other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult.
A reason?
so
They had to show the world something no matter the cost. Us killing each other.
They wanted to
would
show the
seem-
world.
Mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that.
Yeah, I see. They have to be in line with the FCC. Yes, the censorship. They can't get away with just killing. They have to show people killing each other, because then it's real. It's raw, and it can't be censored. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would
in
kill
other
anybody.
words,
So the
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us all kill each other and show that off to the world.
correct.
why? Dang, I don't have that emote on the channel. But why?
To prove a point, most likely.
Prove a
Hey.
point.
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak Academy, a certain concept.
Talking about hope,
That's right.
For those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that and to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair.
What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope. Can you imagine seeing some students represent hope and being like, nah, I don't like bright futures. I like dark ones. But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us
Makoto.
suffer?
I don't know how angry it must make you, and yet the same motivation is what led to the Mastermind revealing their weakness.
In other words,
Jesus.
Their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The Mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the Mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided
at the
slaughter.
very least,
That's how those who are watching this would have seen it.
And that's why the Mastermind couldn't kill any of us.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations.
Jesus. Game, you didn't have to immediately go into this.
Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
right.
Because gameplay? When has there ever been something worth reading after the right-click thing, besides another right-click thing that you are required to see anyway? Exactly. You proved my point, Danny. Need you to remember that she existed. I guess? She was the most pointless death.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules, to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer.
But even that
It's
didn't
true.
work.
Thanks to you. Eh? And due to that failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, which also was not the killer.
And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the Mastermind had to accept your suggestion?
Indeed.
I mean, is it... How did it prove that Makoto's not the killer, though? Just by the nature of him coming back?
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
That's why I am going Super Saiyan. It would only do the Mastermind harm to have it shown that they've violated their own regulations.
But all of that was just a hunch, right? You're still able to get the Mastermind to accept your
However-
challenge.
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up.
Still, I can't believe how much of that Mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest
Wrong.
clue.
In the end, though, it's because you're painfully average and I am a super detective. I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. Looks like I got it right this time. At least I won the bet.
She let out a quick sigh. It took it as a small sign of relief.
Be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time.
It's because Makoto's actually the ultimate lucky student. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him.
Presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy.
Probably right. How
However-
pathetic.
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win
Correct.
this time. Or everything we've gone through would have been for nothing.
You're right. Good thing we have the ultimate detective and her. She actually has time to look into the investigation instead of just the 5 minutes of not knowing what's happening. We can't defeat the Mastermind. It'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win. So
Hey.
that's why we had all that evidence that didn't get used at all. Like Monokuma's account and stuff like that.
Before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on.
True, but now we know who our real enemy is. What are you talking about? Byakuya's been saying like since the second death. Since the first death, Monokuma's been the real enemy. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the Mastermind.
Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible?
Huh?
anyway,
Right now, we have to go find
Shall
the
we go?
others. They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go?
No, I'm gonna click on you again.
anyway,
Yeah, let's go. She said in the dorms. Imagine now is when that gate lifts up and we can finally go to the rest of the dorms. I'd be pretty upset. They said they're in the dorms. Okay, that gate's still closed. Whew. So who do we go to first? Maybe Kyoko?
just a second.
For some reason, you would need to search my room. Come on, we need to keep looking.
Oh no, maybe Byakuya's in there. Byakuya is first. It was proved because she admitted he lied. Remember when you had the choice to let her lie or pursue it? Well, Monokuma knows you knew it and let it slide, but he couldn't say that during the trial, so he had to go through with the execution. Does that prove, though? It proves that we all know he lied, but everyone that's watching, they don't, like, know that. They're like, oh, they figured it out. It was Makoto. It had to be. Because that's why he got executed. Because he said they were right. This is Byakuya's room. Is he inside? Knock, knock. Makoto wants to do a panty raid. Hello?
Hey,
I think Byakuya's doing the panty raid.
I don't think he's here. Come on. We need to keep looking, or going, or searching, or whatever it is I said. I don't know. Who's paying attention? Not me.
Everyone's sleeping. This is nighttime. This is Toko's room. Is she inside? Oh god, I'm gonna get to Hiro, and he's gonna call me a ghost and stab me.
hey,
I don't think she's here.
Okay, no one's here. Hiro. Are you asleep?
hey,
Go to Hero's room so he can call you a ghost, you idiot.
hey.
What the? That's everybody. This is my room. Can't head back yet. What is that? Who else is alive? Hiro, Toko, Hina, Kyoko, Makoto. There's a sixth person. I'm forgetting one. Byakuya. I already clicked him. What? It's not a matter of having proof. It's a matter of convincing the audience. They cast doubt on Monokuma. Put him in a situation where if you go through with it, everyone thinks you're dumb. Go to a place where everyone regularly meets up. But it's nighttime. No one's going to be in the dining hall because the place closed at nighttime. All right. Weird logic. Whatever. That's fine. And suddenly, we were greeted with... What? What? How do I even... It's just like I'm imagining the dial-up noise. You again?
103.2.1.255.
Oh god, he just gave out the IP. Is he broken?
I suppose his emotional instability reached its limits.
Third fourth sum equals 61.
What the heck?
However,
I wonder what that was all about, indeed. That's good. Aren't the doors closed because it's nighttime? That's what I thought. It's not closed at nighttime. I thought they were closed and locked. Couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah. Oh, hey.
Is that Makoto?
Everyone was just chilling here, watching that go down.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
2 ways. Look at Hiro's face.
Survived?
Dude, this is like the 5th ghost he's seen.
Jeez. You're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Byakuya's upset that he still has to give Makoto money after they're done with this.
I'm just asking to make sure, but
There it
you're
is.
not a ghost, right?
There it is. Even Toko looks happy to see you. Does she? Kind of. Everyone was there. All of my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
What's that smell?
What
It's
the
tears.
heck?
It's human tears, Byakuya. Yeah, man, something seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoo. Well, that was short-lived. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Yeah, blame Kyoko. She didn't let me take a shower in her
Makoto.
room.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened
Yes.
with Monokuma.
Oh, okay, I shouldn't have clicked her first. Whoops. You remember in past trials, there were people chilling in the dining hall that had witness accounts for others. I don't remember. Explain. Explain what?
But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all.
Have a click.
What?
Don't tell me. Did he turn into a ghost?
But
Does he look transparent to you? That's just a silly superstition. If ghosts were see-through, they couldn't lead normal lives.
Okay, that's enough. Talking to you makes me want to just lay down and go to sleep. Well, that got me out of talking to Kyoko, so that's good.
Yo,
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world?
I didn't go to the
You know?
spirit world?
Did you get to talk to her?
Who?
Miss Cleo.
I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. Who the heck is Miss Cleo? I didn't get enough of Hiro's backstory. I don't know at all who Miss Cleo is.
I still can't believe you survived.
Yeah, me neither. You realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Yeah, in fact, most of the time, lives are ruined by computer programs, specifically an algorithm that continues to raise rent prices. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where could we go to find new clues? Gee, if only we had someone that can access all the locked areas regardless. Oh my god, Kyoko's gonna get us through the gate. Oh, she's gonna let us up into the second floor of the dorms. You stink. Are you rotten?
I'm telling
Rotten
you.
physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. The smell is so smelly. All right, we're done. I win. She seems happy for some reason. All right.
Makoto.
Still don't know how you survived that fall. Maybe you really are a ghost. Yeah, this is all
Yes.
just a fever
It's true.
dream.
But
Oh, whoops! I skipped the reaction. My bad.
Makoto.
Yes.
How it's like a fever dream when
It's true.
Makoto chose not to tell the lie, or not to point out the lie, and then we had that weird future of everyone living happily ever after. Same with this. It's just really long. Need to tell you about the class trial. Last class
In other
trial.
words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial. It was a mistrial.
What, seriously?
how about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right?
No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
Wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you.
Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, in other words, is all the work of the mastermind.
What? You're saying the mastermind killed
that's
Mukuro?
right.
It was all an elaborate trap built up by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? Make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
The mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? Well, how did I do that? I've never been able to roll my tongue. They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV to broadcast. The TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of
Naturally.
you.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you were referring
Don't
to.
be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here.
For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
about that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah, for us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery?
But
We've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Everyone?
I hate
Hey, you said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us. Oh god, Super Saiyan. I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine with living here with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Hey, Hey, yo, Toko, she's all kinds of freaky. I'm not reading there. When Toko's on screen, avoid Kinsey's messages. In other words, one decisive final battle, a rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and all the school's mysteries, it's a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe, but this time the trial's different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. We won't lose.
I'm not so sure about that. Huh?
I
can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone.
How rude. Still, she's like this. She wants to do it all herself. When Toko's on screen, Kinsey's in chat. I'm not gonna read that. I'm in for a few minutes while I print stuff for work tomorrow. What's up? Hi, PJ. You can't agree. Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
That's what I thought too, at first, until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his.
Hint? You remember?
When Monokuma was talking about, you know, the and the 61? It was obvious that's the year he was born. It's my father.
Yep, I remember this.
Here's a hint. I told you about this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students.
That would mean Monokuma is being controlled by a high school student since he killed somebody? Only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. That means Monokuma is controlled by one of the students. Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh? But why?
So, in other words...
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. The mastermind is one of them. There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
That's right.
And of those 16 people who started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? What? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say that for sure. We can't say if that's true yet? I'm skipping through the messages and I'm not even like... Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. Not us, many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility.
And that is one possibility we can't ignore. So, my guess is that somebody didn't die? Maybe Junko is a fake body filled with fake blood and attacked Monokuma to get out of it at the start, right? And then that's why they brought her back to be like, hey, remember Junko? She died at the very start. Remember her? Needlessly, because she's actually the one killing everybody. That's my thought. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So that must mean they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? Did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right, right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Maybe, but still. Bing bong, it is officially nighttime. Should take your VODs and edit them into a voice reel for you. Voice reel? Oh, for like voice acting?
School announcement.
Oh, this is new.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
He's making this up on the spot. He took the entire time that we were talking to come up with this. And be like, nah, this was planned. I swear.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit.
The first room I want to go to is that Monokuma door right behind all these cameras. Or monitors.
Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Please let it be Celeste. No. Get out of here. Don't let it be Butterboy. Who's Butterboy again? Mondo? Because he got turned into butter. Wait, that's true, yeah. Fake body. The spears went straight through the body. Yeah. Maybe she was... I mean, Monokuma's a robot. Junko could be a robot. Jesus. Makoto stupidly checked for a pulse. Watch it be Hero. We got the true ending. Woohoo, to the gate.
How very
magnanimous? I got it.
magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins and cock. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility
Goodbye.
and uphold my pants. Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. He didn't take me with him. Do you blame him? Now, Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream. Or coffee. You're totally useless. Don't tell Daniel. So, bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. You're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Freaking rude. Come on, hero. Bruh. If anybody... Oh, whatever. Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. At least I'll have a 30% chance, better than all of you. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? We're going together, right? I guess I'll do the same.
But-
Rude! I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
'Cause,
But
I mean-
you still smell like garbage, and I hate that. Up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. Just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto! It's really nice of you to say, but still, I know I've mostly been totally useless. So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I could find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. See you later. All right, thanks. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. Nobody shot, though. That's Makoto's thing. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed.
It's just us. Actually, it's just you. Kyoko leaves. She's saying they're just the cup. Oh. So you're gonna go off on your own too, right,
However-
Kyoko?
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we still can't work together.
So,
That goes for all of us.
I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we have found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
All right, gang, let's split up and search for clues. Makoto and I will go to the bedrooms. Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, so we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school.
Visit all the places we couldn't go
Makoto.
before.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth by any means necessary. With that,
Kyoko was gone, leaving only me.
all right, Scoob.
I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. Huh? I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. This is going to be one long investigation. I'll start by taking a look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student of Hope's Peak Academy, the ultimate despair, Alexander Hamilton, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, the second floor of the dorms, where the gates was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Time to get started. Thank God they gave me an actual list. I love that. I would not have remembered all of those. Printed what I need to print, which is good because I legit almost spoiled something by accident due to how tired I am. Bye before I make a mistake. Bye, PJ. I know that was said a bit ago, but I was reading all these messages. I know I said I want to go check Monokuma door, but I want to open up this gate. I want to see what the second floor of the dorms look like. I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Perfect for the ultimate soldier. They feel right at home. Oh my god. Unexpected blood. Whole lot of broken doors and around. This is like Haunted Mansion, yo. You know, minus the blood. God, this room. It's a mess. Look at this table. How is this table stand? Oh, well, it's paper thin. Bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage.
Oh, but I got a coin! Yeah! Very useful. Very useful during this free time.
I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. What is the point of this? There's nothing to investigate here. All right. I'm gonna go get an apple. Nobody spoil anything. Post spoilers. This was before the shipment of tubby custard came in. Actually, yeah. Kinsey, you're right. That's actual blood. Wait a minute. What? Did they forget to do this? Did they forget to switch the texture over? This is the girls' bathroom, even a place like this. I can't bring myself to go in. Are you kidding me, Makoto? You weak? What is that? An Eye of Horus? I didn't even think about that blood is blood. Cool bathroom. Big fan. Nothing to look at. Wonderful. You know, at least that aquarium with the fish, they're fine. Look at this! What is this? What on earth am I looking at? What? What is this ad for Toys R Us doing in my killing game? That is so ridiculously off. Like, what is this room? Oh my god. This is a classroom? Oh no, this is like lockers? This room is filled with lockers. Must have been for the Hope Speak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Oh my god, what the? Oh my god, there's so... Why didn't they put all of these investigation points not in a single room? I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Great, I have to see that for every one of these, don't I? Metal plate mounted to this locker. There's no way to get it open. Wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. Must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. You have to use your e-handbook to open those. So that means, let's give it a try. Took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader and then, bzz, no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Don't think this locker's gonna open, but I found a coin in the wreckage. They didn't texture swap the blood. They either straight up forgot when making this map, or they wanted it to be red there. The pink blood was a stylized decision. Maybe that's to show that it's not student blood. It's adult blood. Oh god. Do any of these open? Please let me know now. Because, oh man, I'm going to click through all of these. Oh god. Is there a way to skip dialogue if I press escape or something? Hold control of skips, but not fast enough. This one's locked too. Unless now that I think of it, that's an asset from the test version of the game where the story and theme was way different. That's what I was thinking, is they just forgot about, like this must have been an early area. Okay, metal plate for this one. No way to get it open. This locker, can I open this one? All right. I swear, if there's nothing in here, I'm gonna be pretty upset that they have all these spots to investigate. Oh my god. I am pretty upset. All of this for 2 coins, which don't matter because there's no more free time to buy gifts. All of that. And it's a door with a giraffe coming out of a locker. The absurdity. This is a night. What the? This room is a stark contrast. What in the world? This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It's more adult
Correct.
atmosphere. What the? Hi. How you doing? We in the adult room doing adult things together, Kyoko? Hey, yo.
It's the headmaster's private room.
Speaking of privates, Kyoko.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time.
Hey, don't call my regret little. Anyway, let me check out this room before you go do things. Nice computer. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. It was me. I used it last. The PC still has some search results left on it.
We might be able to get some info on the ultimate
However,
despair.
There's not much, though. Nothing we don't already
in other
know.
words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from
However-
despair. And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure.
But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? That's the best he could do as a... Does she think the mastermind is her father? Also, are we just skipping over the fact that she said that? Makoto doesn't even know that... Not even questioning about that, like... Why she said that. Clearly, this is her dad's room. I appreciate whatever info we can
Correct.
get our hands on.
I see. That's a good outlook to have.
Oh god, look at these creepy people. It's like that texture in Mario Galaxy 2. You know the one. How do I click on this? So there's like the monitor itself, or the keyboard itself, maybe? Desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Got a coin. I got my apple. Congrats. What flavor's your apple? A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. Yeah, students don't deserve proper seating. Get out of here. Lemon? What? You know what? You're right. Kyoko almost looks meek right now. She must have been thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Okay. Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is this some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
so...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. It's a I can feel a breeze coming out.
A
Indeed.
breeze?
It's likely an open space on the other side of this wall.
Open space? Does that mean a hidden room?
I think I might know how to open it. Let's use my multi-tool, my mouse-ka tool.
You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick?
Indeed.
A very easy trick. Yes, so easy. I'm not so sure you can even call it a trick. It's all programmed on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However,
Why don't we just bash it open? Or well, the rules still say we can't break into locked rooms. But Monokuma said he unlocked all the rooms. Therefore, no room is considered a locked room, so we should be able to break it open.
I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is that it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there.
You're right. It's not nearly enough
it's
to go
true.
on.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this,
Just Makoto's not even questioning why she thinks that this is his room. Jeez. There's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there, but maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait. There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of, for example. What about your name?
What?
Well, sorry. I was just thinking of what the password might be. sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he could use her name as his password. So are you the password child, or are you the reason for drinking child? Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. You mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well,
Not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want.
Okay. How do you spell your name, Kyoko? K-E-E-O-H-C-O? You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong.
Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. You know it's wrong, huh? I clicked to myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. I'll just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... Beep Kern. Beep Kern? What the... Hey, it opened. Hey, Kyoko. How you feeling? That did it. Kyoko, it worked.
why?
A little excitement. Oh, she's about to throw up. Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Why are you so suspicious that the ultimate detective knows whose room this is? I'm wondering why Makoto's... You know what? Makoto's also... Like, yeah, she's the ultimate detective. She knows. Kyoko? Why is there, like, this curtain over the bed like it's a hospital bed? That's weird. Also, there's a lot of alcohol down in that fridge. Did you see that? I saw that. There's a present. There's Kyoko. I meant like in the picture. Obviously, she's standing right in front of me, but in the picture to the left. You know, whatever. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. Watch it be a bomb. Better check out that suspicious present. Okay. Sure. This looks very similar to the secret room in the bathroom. It's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto.
Why, you think it's dangerous? Why don't we use a 10-foot pole?
No, not dangerous, but surprising properly.
It would seem-
Properly. If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see.
Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway,
Just don't scream or anything, okay?
Is she making a 7 reference? You're saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Hey, I'm just gonna open it. What's in the present? What's in the box? You know what? What if her dad is the one in the mask and was, you know, the one that got killed? And Mukuro Ikosaba is the one that's actually still controlling Monokuma and is still alive? That's why they're like, oh yeah, Mukuro, that's the one that died. Yes, let's do the ultimate true ending. Go find out who killed Mukuro, yes! But, you know, Mukuro's not dead. I approached the box, I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. Hesitant glance inside, and... Yoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Bones. Bones! What was in the box? It was rattled bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. Who could possibly have imagined?
I see.
Rattle.
Just as I thought.
What? Hello? It was wrapped up all nice, so I never would have guessed what was inside. Human bones! Just as you thought. How could you have possibly known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Rattled bones.
That's not what I was... It's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. It's just I had a feeling it would be his body.
It's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box.
My father.
Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box is Papa. Those bones, that body, they're my father. Or at least what's left of him.
Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? Did she do like a DNA test? Does she know what her skull looks like? The same man she's been searching for?
Hold on, how can you know that for sure?
Oh, that's me. Or Makoto. How do you know that's him?
So,
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer.
The same person may very well be the mastermind who planned this out. According to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. He's somewhere in the school right now. Very polarizing approach. 16 participants, all of them high school students. Those 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was
Probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start were us 16 students. Put those two ideas together, it doesn't
In
take
other
much to
words-
assume that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway.
wow, she's just like, yeah, my dad's dead. And he's been dead since the start. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. No, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as a thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties, but was that all there was to it? Here we go again. Gave up some of that pride. Yep, flashbacks. Muguro Ikosaba. Would she really give up that pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Oh, hold on. That was loud. That was just like a really loud noise from right behind me in the kitchen. And Kiki's not over there, so I have no clue what was making that. But I don't see anything that's wrong, and I'm not gonna get up and go check, because that's spooky. Hidden room present. Maybe it was the neighbors slamming something, I don't know. But it was like, da-da. It could have been the ice machine, actually. Headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
hey,
Don't worry about me, feel free to look around as much as you like.
She's the ultimate clairvoyant. She knows what I'm thinking at all time. Are you sure?
because-
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't.
Okay then, if you don't mind. Me? You were making tons of noise? For what? Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents, but in the last drawer... Is this an e-handbook? It has a label on it that says in case of emergency. Is finding skulls in a box an emergency? I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's
in
desk.
other words,
A handbook with no limitations given to the school's
Oh, sorry.
ultimate authority. Headmaster, I'm assuming that's what it is.
I think you're probably right.
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it?
But Kyoko,
I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here.
then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Assume the killing game is the emergency. Yeah, I don't know. That might have been the school's purpose from the start. We don't know. Well, I don't know. Cool handbook. Hey, what about this picture? She's had that hair from... Wait, her hair's white now, isn't it? Or is it pink? It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Is that a picture of... Kyoko?
why would you?
This is annoying. I came here to cut myself free from the past.
I shouldn't pause there.
And yet,
Hey, she's got her hands exposed.
to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now?
And I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing that the headmaster had this picture all this time in his secret room, away from everything, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why did he have like a panic room that he died in? Her hair always has like a pale purple to me. It's lilac. Okay, I thought that was just like the shadow. But yeah, I guess it's pink.
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here, and now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father?
Kyoko? What if Kyoko and Headmaster's been added to the truth bullets? What am I gonna use with that? What the?
Listen, Makoto, can I ask you a favor?
Sure. What is it?
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, but I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but could you leave?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I just like to be alone for a bit.
Kyoko?
Don't worry, I'm fine. Need to calm down a little.
Just a
Need to
second.
get my emotions in order.
No, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you have with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. Dude, leave. She asked you to leave. But
maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you're going to say?
kind of rude.
If so, it's just a theory. This isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. The picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. Problem can't be solved so easily.
You're right.
Anyway.
I'm sorry.
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately, so please give me some time to myself.
All right, don't kill yourself. Then I'll see you later. Oh, that was weird. I dropped soap in the shower, and it also dropped my razor. I also dropped my razor split open. That's what the noise was. Oh, okay. Thanks for freaking me out. Is she really okay? Kyoko must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. Let's find out what happened to the headmaster. It's because her jacket is a dark purple that I think her hair is purplish too. There's no doubt that the mastermind performed that evil deed. That's what I thought. It was like the purple of her jacket was making her white hair look purpley. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster's dead. But, oh, that's not Bones. One leading the Hope Civic staff, yeah. This is all just...
Go away, Makoto, I need some time with the bones.
We were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... Oh my god, I get it. Yes. 15 of us met in the mail hall. And add Mukuro to the mix, and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Oh god, what are we doing? I hate that one. I don't know why Junko's is like the most brutal to me. Probably because of all the stabbing and her face. That was weird. Did you see one right before Sakura? That was very strange. I've never seen that one before. Even Mukuro. Undeniably dead. And the ones left alive are... me. Yeah. And... only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Yeah, Mukuro's still alive. But then who's the body? I can't investigate the alcohol at all. Alright, I guess I'm done. I hope there's nothing left here. Time to go to those lockers. Tukuro? Tukuro? What? Let's see what's in this one. Give it a try. I took up my handbook, ran it across, no luck. Wait, but what about the emergency handbook? Give it one more try. Okay. Took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader, and beep. Just what I was hoping for. I love feel-good ink. Now, let's see what we've got inside. It's a giraffe. Oh, this locker's totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. What? Is this Hiro's locker? It's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. The moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. It is Hiro's. I guess that completely off the fact that there's just a crystal ball in there. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. Wait, but Makoto's didn't work on any of the lockers. So how come his locker didn't work on his? Okay. Is this our Yasuhiro? Notebook could contain a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? That can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us. We were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. Guys, the amnesia? So, what is this notebook? The emergency handbook you picked up, it literally said it like a minute ago. No, but Makoto, if all of these lockers belong to people that went to the school, and Makoto is one of those people that went to the school and got his memory wiped along with everyone else, then his handbook now should open up one of these lockers because it was his locker. But none of them worked. Unless Makoto is the only one that doesn't have a locker. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards, but wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? Oh, I was supposed to look at these first, huh? It's crystal ball. It can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. So that's, Heroes. How many of these are even intact? Locker open. Let's see what we got. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 6. Which lines up with the number of students left alive. Unless one of them is Mukuro's, not Makoto's. Took the emergency handbook. Beep. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Oh, that's what he was saying. Oops. That locker's useless. This thing is practically empty. There's no guarantee that his survived, huh? There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is, but there's something written inside. It could be important. I don't feel like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. Looks like a girl's handwriting. All the letters were spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was just measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? Looking through the pocketbook, but my hand froze to a certain page. Saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. Is this Toko's handbook? There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Just so happens to be the headmaster and my father, Kyoko. He's willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. Point is to keep our student prodigy safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. See, so that's what my father had to say to me.
As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father.
This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was. I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't belong to anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. That face.
I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly.
Yep. You can see 6 lockers and assume the 6 people remaining own them all. That's a fair assumption. What does it all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would have proved me wrong about the whole thing, but when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. So, the world has ended. The despair people have taken over the world, and they're doing this for fun. Like, this was a shelter to protect the students in the thing. And, you know, then now they're just putting on a television show for entertainment now that the world's over. Unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us. Come on. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. I didn't even get a chance to really read the rest of that. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Don't you mean there's no time despair? The more I see it, the less it makes sense, because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, so why am I seeing this? Why are the things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving forward in my investigation. I have to believe in everyone. The truth is unrevealing. Among us. Tukuro, what the? 2 Kyokos? Dangan Sussy. Can't see. Nothing of interesting. Nothing interesting. There's a second to spare. Tukuro. No, I know what you meant. Oh, those lockers are broken. Okay. So what does this have to do with anything? I'm still confused. Why is there a giraffe coming out of the... I didn't see a giraffe at all. Whatever. Time to go. Should I check on Kyoko? She's fine. She's fine. I'll check. No, she's fine. She's fine. The giraffe, what's so hard to understand? He looking. All right, that's the best explanation, I guess. Yeah, investigation music. Where should we go? I guess I'll just continue going down the ways I'm supposed to go. Check out the places where they died and also the locked rooms. So that would mean not the nurse's office. The rooms that were locked before. Were any rooms locked on this floor? No, I don't think so. They were all locked on like the 3rd floor and up. Little did they know the ultimate guitarist is in the AV room shredding over the intercom. Yeah. This is actually playing over the speakers as we walk. That room's not locked. I guess everything's on the 4th floor. Or, well, 4th and 5th floor. 4th and 5th floor. Data lab? In your truth bullet, do you have a list of places to check? Yeah, I know, but I wanted to see if I could remember. You here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door. So I figured if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? Although I can't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? That'd really suck. So you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Alright, sure, I'll open it. Thanks, Hina. Okay. Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Thank you, Hina. Go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into the door, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Hina's fine with Makoto getting blown up. Didn't say you were excited that they gave you a list? No, I know. There was no explosion, thankfully. Yo, this looks like the best battle station in the world. I would love to have this room to play Halo. I don't know. This looks like a flight simulator room. My first impression was, this place is totally sci-fi. I mean, I was kind of thinking the same thing, actually. This entire room, and you're telling me I can look at 3 things and Hina's one of them? If Hina's in the room, there's at least 4 things to look at. I mean, every part of this school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but this place is like #1 gross. It's in a whole different league of creepy. This is the Monokuma Control Center, obviously. Look at the joystick. Look at the throttle and stick there. It's a bear paw. You gotta be kidding me. What is this device? Looks like some kind of control panel? It's really over the top, though. It looks like some kind of military installation or something. It kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi would probably freak if he saw it. Cockpit? Cock? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then that could mean... Right, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just... Or whatever, something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Oh, noises! You hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what'd you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center? They're labeled and you didn't know which one you pressed? Took a good look at the control panel. I saw a bunch of buttons, each one with the name of a room written next to it. Just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. Must have been the one she pushed, but the Data Center, that's the right next door. We were just in. That's where this is getting a little elongated. Come on, we know what's in the next room.
Yeah.
Kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Hi, Monokuma. Long time no see. Did I just hear what I think I heard? There he is! That Monokuma? It's a Monokuma robot. Hey!
Give me all your donuts.
Is that you?
What? Oh man, busted. How'd you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup?
Don't even know what you're controlling?
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here. Guess what I found? A self-destruct button.
Whatever you do, don't press it.
Oh man.
Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. It controls Monokuma. So how many Monokumas can we have out? Is it just this one doll, or can you press all the buttons at once? Sorry. Forget a flight stick, it's the Monokuma stick. It's Monokuma stick, where's the stuffing? I should have read that earlier, that's genius.
Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now?
Monokuma? Huh? What do you mean? When you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma.
Monokuma? What, for real?
Looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from this room. They were definitely in here. The Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from this room. That's what you just said. This control room is totally separate from the data center with all the monitors. In other words, can't monitor us and control at the same time. They had to go into this room to pilot Monokuma. Looks like the room from Diva's short. Oh, from Overwatch? Yeah. I'm not reading that. Probably a bunch. There's an autopilot for them, remember? Is there an autopilot? I thought they were just wondering if there was or not. Yoko's theory was right. But if the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school the whole time, right? Guess that would have to be true. I mean, it has to be because only the students have stepped foot in here. If that is true, well, there you go. Backstories. The first time you went to the incinerator room, there was a Monokuma that just repeated, no, you can't go in there. Oh. Actually, yeah. Huh. You're right. Mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer really is the 16th student? That can't be. There's no way, right? What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing.
Just, you seem to know exactly how to control Monokuma very quickly there, and,
Okay. What about you? Is everything okay?
I mean...
It's just... This is where the Mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? Can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of places to check out. Yeah, good point. Can't waste all our time standing around here. Hey, let's go to the pool. But what about that trap door? This room is so themed. What's wrong with Makoto? Let's hurry up and get out of here. But the trap door? Why do you want to get out of here so fast, Hina? Sus. Click. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. Door, it just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked.
Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted.
Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't go around restricting whatever you feel like. It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving.
Yeah.
That room, as you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now, you're being operated by someone in that room?
Yes, indeed.
Correctamundo.
You're a liar.
That doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you?
That's what the trapdoor's for.
Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? You happened to check a certain suspicious hatch. No way, the hatch on the floor. Too bad. That was your one big chance, and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace.
Peace.
He's gone, but was he telling the truth? The Mastermind was hiding in there?
In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Then when I said we should leave...
Well, that hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. There's one thing I'm good at. It's keeping my body moving. I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you got me all motivated again.
Got it.
I didn't know that's what you meant by keeping your body moving. I'm a little disappointed.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at a full sprint, and I have to do what I can too. It's the only way forward. Oh. Thanks, Hina. You ruined our one chance to figure out the entire thing instantly.
But you know, whatever.
This music room is completely useless. I'm sad. Because we've been in here once and there was nothing here. Like, this is used less than the nurse's office. Why even have that room here? Realistically, people in that situation would try to check the hatch. I feel like if I was in that situation, I would find a way to seal it just to lock it forever. I'd find a way to try and open it as much as possible, but if I can't, yeah, I'd probably like put something over it and be like, all right, well, if there's somebody in there, they're not getting out now. That would be funny. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Hey, Byakuya. Makoto, it's you. Hey, Bya. What do we got to look around here? There's a camera in here? Even in the headmaster's room? So why are there cameras and monitors in all the rooms if this is supposedly supposed to be a school first? Like, even the headmaster's room has a camera for some reason? There were trophies and even a shield in the display case. Is there? Where? I don't see a shield at all. I see a sword. Is that a shield? That looks like armor. And a trophy, and a statue, and like a shield? I'd trash the controls and lock the hatch, so the chance that there's one-way hatch, you kill the mastermind and sabotage their system. Win-win. See, that's a smart person, but we were with Hina, who shares a brain cell with Hiro, and Hiro is using the brain cell at that moment. The bookshelf seems really well made and it's filled with files and books. Byakuya, did you do this? There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it's making me feel anxious. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Sure, what do you mean? Take a look at this. Starts unzipping. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78, student registry? Or did it say roster? It contains profiles for all of us, and Mukuro.
So in other words...
Apparently, class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room? That's us.
I see.
Class 78, student registry. That's right. It also mentioned class number 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed there along with hers, there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student of Hope's Peak Academy, the ultimate despair, Alexander Hamilton. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. What do you mean? Talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry, she only got the first page. First page, correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. The second despair.
So in other words...
And Hiro shares a brain cell with you? Ayo. Tukuro. In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. There's that piano. There it is. That's what the music room is for. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself.
Interesting.
I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Now, if Makoto ain't me... Mukuro appeared suddenly, and in the background, an entity floats close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair? Oh my god, is that what Mukuro looks like? Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about this. I need to push forward with my... Calm down. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. Got it. Hey, there's Hina's. I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior, too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students, after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Yeah, this basically proves that Mukuro is not the one that's dead. That's not her body, because that body was covered in scars, and Mukuro didn't have any. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now, but wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmasters seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within that file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice that picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before. A girl who seems to be included as part of our class, number 78. That should be enough to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and it even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 32. What does that mean? Her vitals? What? Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse, and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... What's he trying to say? There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Good job, Byakuya. You could just say it. You could just say what you're thinking, but, you know, whatever. Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm,
It's all
right?
clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Wonderful. Can we look at the rest of the profiles? I want to see the one on mine. Oh, and one last thing. As a bit of advice from me to you, I suggest you pay attention. Advice? Seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. She's also the main character. I can't exactly not do what she says. Well, don't put too much faith in her. You mean don't put too much hope in her? Come on, be on brand, Byakuya.
In other words...
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. Keep it in mind, thanks. I want to look at the rest of the files. Student registry. Apparently that's us. It has profiles on me and everyone I met at the beginning, and Mukuro. The Ultimate Despair. Yeah. I guess I can't look at my own. That's a bummer. Member had several prior wounds prior to the stab and explosion. That's what I was talking about. Like, it said the body had multiple... Oh, well. It had multiple, like, scars from before she died. Or whoever the body is that died. So if there's multiple scars on the body... If there's multiple scars on the body... That must mean it's just a dead body. It's not Mukuro. It's just one of the previous dead bodies that they brought back up. Oh my god, it's Junko's dead body. The nails. Oh my god, all the scars? When she got stabbed 1 billion times? They kept her body, stuffed her in a mask, blew her up. I got it. Yeah. Kinsey. He ain't ultimate lucky for no reason. I've been in this room before. There's nothing to get here, right? There's nothing to get here. Hero gave you the brain cell. Oh god, what's Hero up to right now? We gotta find him. He's in a dangerous location. Please don't be in the chemical lab, Hero. Oh wait, this room wasn't locked either. Alright, I give in. I need to check that list. What do we got? Headmaster's room, biolab, Monokuma door, 2nd floor dormitory. So I just need to go up to the biolab. Where's Toko? Dojo, maybe? Oh god, if Hero's in here, what's in a bio lab that he could hurt himself with? Diseases? Penicillin? This place is so cold. Oh, here I am in the bio lab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? He's not here. Did he freeze himself? Oh god. Is he stuck in one of these? This looks like a morgue. Hero! Some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. That's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? Should probably take a closer look around. This is where they stored Jungo's body. Oh look, it's my apartment. Kinsey. Your apartment? There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. On the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights, but only some of the lights are on. The ones on the left, the right-hand lights are off. There's a camera in here too? Or a monitor? Icicles hanging from the monitor. Some kind of booklet here. Instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have been activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package for a cadaver? It's the instruction manual for the fridge. Looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It's some kind of makeshift morgue. Biolab secret added. Those lights by each slot. None of the red lights are on. Set up so when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. How many of us have died? Some people gotta be dead in style. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bodies lit, or things lit up here. And let's count. Sakura, Leon, Junko. Who was after that? Mondo, Taka, Hifumi, Sakura, Celeste. 16 students, 6 alive. So there has to be 10 here? Inside each slot is lit up blue. Another one of the victims is. Can't let my emotions... I just want to remember everyone's name. Chihiro. I forgot that one. There's only one thing I can do for everyone, and that's defeat the mastermind. I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Can't get past me. There's a stack of tarps here. Been seeing a lot of these things lately. Oh, a stack of tarps. That's not going to be added to truth bullets. Yeah, totally. That stack of tarps doesn't match the one in the biolab at all. Sure. Butter won't go in there. Oh. Yeah, you're right. But here's a counterpoint, Danny. Where else to put butter than the fridge? Hi, Togo. Oh, Togo, this is where you are.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? That's not it at all. I just thought maybe you'd found a clue. Well, I didn't find anything, not a single clue. I figured since the place was related to the case, it would have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back, give me back my precious time. Me when I'm working. Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. You have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that one. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why would anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Thanks, Toko. We're not gonna look in locker 6 again, just to be sure. A regular fridge. Probably Taka probably ate it though. I wouldn't put it. That's how he became Taco Mondo. Not Taco Mondo? Mondo Taka? Which one was it? Kiyomondo? That's what it was. That's how he became Kiyomondo. He ate the butter. He's like Majin Buu. He just kind of absorbs. We found a clue in here. It was just the mastermind's attempt to frame Kyoko. So it's useless then? Leave the area. So that means Hiro's in here, playing with the chickens. The body's clean? It's gone. Mukuro's quote-unquote body. It's not here. Where's Hiro? Still just 4 chickens left. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that.
You'd be terrified if they introduced another chicken to replace the one?
Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. Better check just to be sure. It's not. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. Especially not that shovel. But if it's not here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? Corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp played a key role. I better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet. Oh shoot, I accidentally skipped. Didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says biolab. That seems like a very specific thing to leave out in order to continue, like, the mystery. This originally came from the biolab. It's all adding up. Boomerang. I am Secret Squirrel right now. I'm figuring it out. That's all I need to check in here. Where is Hiro? What? Where's Hiro?
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely?
He did that on purpose. Hard, coming, get out of here.
Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
Possible.
Now he wants to give us a hint. It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. Even knowing that, you have to go. Go to the gym. Oh, I wanted to go check out the biolab first, though. Yo. What are you doing here, buddy? Hey, Hiro. Makoto? Why are you acting so surprised? No reason. You heard Monakuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hiro? Wait, there's no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? It's like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Hiro has been nothing but red herrings the entire game. It's just Makoto. They really got to do this whole cutscene just for Makoto? Hiro's the mastermind. Hiro is the key to all this. He's a funnier character than we've ever had before.
I am Monokuma!
Hi, Monokuma.
Hello, welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hit? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you.
The envelope? The one that says everyone else got theirs already? What is this music?
Ready for the final? Okay, sorry. The envelope, Jesus Christ, leave me alone. Makoto. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. Don't worry, just get on with it.
Monakuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. It's a bop is what it is. Oh, yeah, I agree. What I found was a single photograph. Look at this graph. Celeste's still wearing her clothes. That's good. That's good. There's a bunch of faces I've recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. But Makoto's not there. There's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I didn't recognize. That's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When and I were in the headmaster's room, looked at that file. There she is. Mukuro Ikusaba. This girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? Even more than that. Just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. We're all wearing matching uniforms? I don't remember anything like this. We're all wearing matching uniforms? Did we not see Leon, Sakura, Junko, Hifumi? You know, whatever. Hifumi is terrified? No, he's fine. Just getting a little head pats from Sakura, his favorite. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. No, you're right there. Look, you're right behind Sakura. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. Yes, that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here on Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is how short Chihiro is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture's real... They're matching in their own way. Makoto is sus. Would that mean I'm the person controlling Monokuma? Everyone else and just me? Everyone else except me is a robot? Everyone is a robot except for me.
How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way standing there, you know? So, I mean, get out.
But
How strange.
I told you, not fielding any more questions.
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field.
guess that means he's done talking. Dang it. That's how I'm gonna end all the rest of my conversations now. Done talking to you. 61. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. Makoto Kuma. That's brilliant. Hamlet. Actually, Monokuma. It's Alexander Hamilton? Yeah. Different stage theatrical production. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? My guy, clearly this was set in stone before everything. Look at all these main characters. Every single one. But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear this up. No, I have to clear this all up. Time to go find everybody. Oh god, where are they? Oh god. I don't want to spend the whole time looking for everybody. So I'm gonna do this. The archive? Hey Byakuya, what are you doing? My guy? Oh, yeah. Listen, do you think we could talk? Yeah.
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Okay. Of course he didn't. He just walked away. What the? Why is he acting like that? Was he purposefully trying to avoid me? Anything in the archives? Nope. All right. Everyone is sussy baka of Makoto now. What is this letter here? Maybe this letter was part of Monokuma's setup too. Maybe he wanted us to find it and then act all upset and crazy. I'm sure anyone watching the broadcast would just eat that kind of drama up. That must have been from a different time. Where is everybody? In the garden. I guess everyone sees that Makoto's not in the picture. Hey, hero! Makoto! What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No, sorry, I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Or chicken. Hero, what's wrong? Still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I'd found. It was like he was avoiding me. He was afraid of me. Why? Well, this ain't working. At least I could always rely on Kyoko. I decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her. Passed out again. Toko? You opened up a body, Toko? What are you doing? It's open, but Toko. Toko, are you okay? She's not dead, is she? Hi, Jill. It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch a cold. Keep taking naps in places like this. I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. But you were standing there staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't.
Have you reached
then what?
certain...
No, I'm not reading that. Okay, so why'd you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga! Zimbabwe. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. Don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. It's more like half her memory. So she's going to be able to remember the body easier. All I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now or I slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya's around here somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so.
I'm on fire.
Knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can imagine how lonely you must be right now. All right, later. Jesus Christ. Toko shot off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. There's no point in asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it.
Bazinga.
The fridge. It's open. And it's filled with butter? I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here.
That must be why she passed out.
What?
Right.
You were just standing in the corner the whole time? Who put you there?
She faints so easily.
Kyoko,
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it?
are you okay?
Indeed.
Sorry if I made you worry.
No, you don't have to
Listen.
apologize.
Listen, about this room.
Yeah,
It's a morgue.
I
Yeah?
knew it.
I suspected as much, and Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there, and, well, there you have it.
Inishi fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me.
Oh, she wasn't here the whole time. I assume she... Oh,
I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became
It would
clear.
seem-
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there,
that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Yep, this is not detective work. Come on, guys. Why's everything gotta be so difficult with
Anyway.
her?
we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that.
Makoto.
But maybe we should check the body first?
Give me your hand.
Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. Suddenly she stopped.
Listen.
What's wrong?
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it,
How come?
because Mukuro's body is in here.
What? Wait, she actually still is dead? Oh wait, no. This is Junko's body. Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body's inside the fridge.
See.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial.
The mastermind did it? So they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So,
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body.
That's right, Kyoko didn't get a chance to check out the body during the last
Makoto.
investigation.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail and start pumping.
Oh, so what should I
so
do?
then,
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished.
Okay. Yep, I'll just wait in the corner while, whatever. Tarps.
Hey, check out these cool tarps. I'm gonna play with these tarps while you go play with the dead body.
Oh, Makoto finally put it together. The tarps in the garden are the same tarps here. If these tarps have the biolab sticker on them. At some point, someone got it from the biolab and took it over here. Tarp. Brilliant. It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't look inside. Are you done? Ask Kyoko about the group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I want to talk to you about something.
What is it?
It's about the announcement Monokuma made earlier.
You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer.
because
Why not?
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment.
But your dossier was not there. It was only Makoto's that was left. So I'm thinking you did take it up and you're lying to me. But whatever.
I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may offer us.
That's a good point. Wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, it's all so clear I'm where I'm meant to be. I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Are you done? Oh. Okay, never mind. What else is there to click around here? Are you done with the body? Left side, blue. Right side, dark.
It would seem...
The blue light comes on when a slot is occupied.
Thanks, Kyoko. When someone's in there, the blue light comes on. There's 9 in all. Why is the blue light on if this fridge is open? That doesn't make sense. But whatever. 9 lights. There are 4 lights. That's a Star Trek reference. Sorry, you might not get that one.
Okay, Makoto, I'm done.
Jeez, that was fast.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief.
Find anything?
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood. It seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death.
Really?
The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings.
That means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? They were, however, dead before the blast. Stabbed a single time. Struck with a metal head. The body was covered with other wounds. These are several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said that they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old?
Because...
All it says is they were inflicted at least several days ago. That would mean that they're old, and several days doesn't mean multiple weeks. Just means that they're old, they're not present. I guess I don't see the difference.
The difference is immense considering the impression they give.
Okay, sorry, Kyoko. Jesus, I'm sorry.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
That doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder.
You know, that's just semantics at this point. I think you're adding implications to when I say old. Old, I'm not saying they're not implicated because they're old. Kyoko, you want to talk about English? Get out of here. Stay in your lane. Detective, you ain't no English teacher. Ultimate dummy, more like. So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
So then...
When Kyoko looks directly at me, I get scared.
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days?
What?
At the very least...
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you?
One of many?
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
Oh my god, I love Sherlock Holmes.
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, only using their logic and common sense. Then as they investigate, they test what they find and says the possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, but beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Wow!
Hey.
Truth bullet!
Anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body? Now's the time. Why are you so defensive? You can barely read? What do you mean? About to walk up to a newborn and call them old? Several days old. Come on. It's the same thing. Old, several days old. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her weight and height.
So...
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get that all right?
You remembered all that?
They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then, don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case is without a doubt Mukuro Ikusaba.
I don't think that's true. Ultimate detective.
Is that all you wanted to ask?
She's keeping that one to herself.
All right.
So
I think so.
Looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's all kind of chilly in here.
Yeah, she's not going to say it on purpose because, yeah, I know what's going on. Are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving out like this?
Sad? Did you forget she was our enemy once? Part of the ultimate despair.
But still, she got killed. She's still a victim.
You ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow?
Yeah, but...
You really are naive, you know that?
Maybe Makoto's autistic. He just doesn't understand idioms.
It's really quite appalling.
Not appealing? Come on. You're supposed to fall in love with my dummy nature. It makes you feel smarter, doesn't it? Don't leave me. She could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. Hey, for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then,
I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes?
Hold on. Still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in the locker. If I don't do it now, I'll never do it. Ivan. Hi, Am. Oh god, don't call Ivan AM. Don't you know who AM is? AM is that the AI that takes over the world in I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
Go ahead then, out with it.
You really not seen your dad? Even once since you got here?
What?
so
What do you mean?
You know all those lockers on the second floor?
I do. But to get into any of the lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to.
Actually, I managed to use them using that emergency handbook you gave me.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden
And?
room. Did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers?
Found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. Even if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker?
Everything you said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. In fact, I didn't take the pocketbook with me, so I can prove nothing to you, so you'll have to take my entire word for this, and the trial's about to start in 2 seconds, right after our conversation starts, so you can't confirm what I'm about to say, because I didn't take this pocketbook with me for no reason. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
if that's true,
Would that mean that video is real too?
What
Makoto.
video? The video from the start? Are we finally talking about what those videos are?
I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture, although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined.
There's so many Ivan emotes. What are you talking about?
I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own 2 eyes.
Let me give you the headmaster handbook. That way you can...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker.
Makoto.
Your locker.
You watch this, it'll all make sense.
Yes! Yes! Oh, wait. A DVD. It says it's Class 78 urgent interviews. Oh, dang it. Dang it. I thought it was going to be her DVDs from the beginning of the game.
Found it in that hidden room after you
Anyway.
left. I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I'll think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before.
None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means some more. Go watch the DVD. Yeah.
Makoto.
Oh, now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
Oh boy. Let me take a drink. Rambling time. All right, ramblers. Let's get rambling. Don't worry, there's more to investigate. The trial isn't here just yet.
In other
Okay.
words,
So, as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings.
Talking about your dad, right?
I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life.
All because of the
However-
mastermind.
There's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that.
Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination, the determination to defeat the mastermind.
It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess.
Let out a small laugh as she said it,
It's ridiculous.
but her smile was filled with sorrow.
So that's it for my rambling.
Oh, that was much shorter than I thought it was going to be.
There's still much to do before I consider my task complete.
Yeah, you're
Hey.
right.
But keep this in mind, there's only one ever absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst.
Makoto.
What do you mean? Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope.
Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know?
Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
then.
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Later, Makoto. Your pants back on.
Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. Better get myself going. Kyoko always gets me going. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. No matter what happens, I won't lose hope. So even if that's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose. To the AV room. Oh boy. I am not walking down 4 flights of stairs. You can miss me with that. There's a second floor to the gym? Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, there's Hina. Maybe I should talk with Hina? Or should I wait till I watch the video first? No, I'll talk with Hina. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto? Sorry, gotta go. Okay, see ya. Didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Hina, why? Why won't you talk to me? Please talk to me, you're all I have left. Oh, Kyoko talks to me. Nothing to do with what's happening, but I want to imagine Byakuya has like a pouch of pepper in his pocket to throw at Jill whenever she comes running. That would... Just hears footsteps. Master! Psh! Get out of my face. Do it again! No. This room has gotten some use out of it. At least I've been here more than once. Stick that DVD in there. Yeah. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Better take a look. Took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. You forgot to rewind it, Makoto. Come on. Obviously. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have been only a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. Then all of a sudden... Somebody once told me... No, I'm just kidding. An image appeared. Hey, Sayaka. Took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was. Who would have thought the class number 78 what is it? What did they say? Interviews would have interviews of the class number 78.
Okay then. Are you ready to begin?
What? Whose voice? Voice I heard was the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know.
That's a middle-aged man?
I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
Just sounds like a young guy doing a voice of a middle-aged man. Sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much.
They knew what they were doing going into this? I recognize the voice, but I can't place the voice actor name.
Now then, let me get straight to the point.
I don't recognize the voice.
There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
I have no clue. Oh wait, she was Italian, right? Oh god, this is gonna go so far back. I have to remember dead people's voices now. Here we go. Spicy meatball. You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to be spending the rest of your life in this school? I accept that. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
Good thing there's so much exposition. There it is. You gotta do it. You gotta have the trigger words to get into the voices. As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There's just one? Oh, okay. Whew. Don't have to read everybody's. There's a lot I hadn't understood up till now, but this, only this, simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard because I knew how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I knew how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder, so why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video I thought was finished flashed back on screen. Oh boy, my eyes darted back to the screen. If I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me over the edge. It's Leon. Oh, it's me, Makoto. Huh? What I saw was me, impossibly, undeniably
so,
me.
Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
They live in a two-party consent country. Yes! Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. Yeah, clearly, Makoto's looking at the headmaster and not the camera directly. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation, but the I in here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I have no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him. Makoto took the picture.
Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school.
Makoto!
Can you accept that?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
I was gonna say, are they drugged? Can they only say, like, yes and no?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you.
Until he died and got turned into a skelly belly.
As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Headmaster, more like Skullmaster. Because he's dead. Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya. Toko. Place your bets. Who's next? I'm gonna bet it's Sakura. Or Hina. Haha. I know I kind of cheated by saying two, but... Everyone. Not Hiro, though. They all said that they agreed to live in the school forever, and then... Hiyoko. She kind of looked like an alien for a second. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Oh! It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
You cheated! Oopsie, looked like it broke. Out of service.
It just so happened to break just now.
Bad.
Now then, when? Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right?
How rude. Failure, my garbage. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the questions, they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect, thinking back, and I know that
we all have amnesia.
Hey.
That's what she's saying. I remember this. Convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten, or... Interview has been added. Ding dong bing bong. Oh my god, is this it? Is that the end? They agreed to be here for the rest of their lives. The rest just didn't last that long.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end.
We made it. No, he said for as long as he's alive, he'll protect them. So the first thing the person that controls Monokuma did is get rid of the headmaster.
And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start.
Maybe they've been living here for like an incredibly long time. And then Mukuro Ikusaba just got like tired of it. He was just like bored. He was like, you know what? I'm done. Let's start killing each other. That's fun.
There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black,
Got him.
there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought.
Got him.
But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning.
Yeah, just think about where your food goes in your mouth. That's the beginning, right?
Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started.
Are they confirming they're in a time loop?
The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Stupid laugh. about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. A final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay, then. This is the end. Or the beginning. Find out next time on Danganronpa T. For Trigger. Because I'm the first one this time.
You're early, Makoto.
Nope, I'm not.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared?
For now, at least. Where's everyone else? Why aren't they here?
However,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon.
Just like she said. Click. I love how they bounce when they show up. It's like, woo. I imagine that's how they all walk, is just like bouncing. Byakuya? Byakuya? Hi, everybody. They arrived one after the other, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro? Silence. There wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I appear. Genocide!
Genocide! I'm late!
I'm on
Strong
fire!
silent master. So wonderful, so cool. So, okay. Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful scissors!
With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the masters of evil. Thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys? That's what Master wants. It could be a boy, a girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Where am I? Hi, Toko.
No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now.
Oh, Kyoko likes Genocide Jill better than Kyoko. That's funny. Boyoyoyoing. I hope we get Jill for the entirety of the final trial. That's a bummer that you wrote that right at this moment. No.
Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see. Well then, let's begin.
Chills! Chills!
The
Kills!
final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair, climaxium sorrow.
that's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair.
What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know.
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair
Today,
and square.
I'm feeling white.
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already.
Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
Guys.
So don't try and run away. Wow.
Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Everybody's angry at Makoto for taking the picture. That's what you get for being an ultimate camera boy. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
They're all acting odd, like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
However,
But you know why that is, don't you?
I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us about it soon. At the class trial.
so
You're right. I'm ready.
Ready to win, right?
Of course.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
And Kyoko was aboard the elevator. And then Makoto was aboard the elevator. Started making way toward the opening, step after step toward that gaping maw. I resolved that this would be the last time. I've repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Here we go again on our own. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper still. Deeper and 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 deeper. Billions and billions and billion and deeper it fell. Closed my eyes. Ayo, ayo, and sight fell away. All sound disappeared too. I closed my ears. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. The walls are so incredible. Have the walls changed every time and I've only noticed when the past 2 times? Is this the final trial site?
What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate?
Yahoo!
It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle.
I like that television with giant speakers on the side. What's that for?
And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat.
Thrills!
Totally on purpose.
Kills!
Let's begin.
The walls change every time. Oops, me too. Yeah, I'd never noticed. I didn't notice until the clown vomited before, and then this time. Alright. Let's just get into it. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for watching Danganronpa. It is 1:12 in the morning, and I'll continue this on Sunday. Final trial. Made it.